1051.
Power 1051 is the Breakfast Club, and we have two special guests in the building.
Yes.
Their show is on tonight. It premieres tonight.
Tamar and Vince. Vince and Tamar.
Tamar looks like, look, I'm not having it already. What's the matter? You got that face on,
beefing?
you fixing
What's
your
going
watch?
on?
You know what? I have a little jet lag in my life.
Okay.
But I'm okay.
You all right?
Yeah, I'm putting my phone
But-
in shades.
There we go. There we go.
Fortunately for me, I saw the first episode already.
You did?
Yes, I did, because, you know, I'm a big fan
Oh,
of the
thank
two of you,
you.
so I had to make
so
sure I
much.
check it out. Vince,
Yes.
we need you to be more supportive of Tamar.
I'm very
When
sorry.
she's in the
just
studio-
went right in.
When she's in the studio and you're over there checking emails, listening to other people's beats, working on other people's projects, you think sometimes you don't treat your wife the same as you would a client?
I treat my wife very well. I was actually listening to a record for her, and I'm always emailing and texting for her. That's why we're here this morning. Thank you guys very much.
Tamar, how do you feel about that? Do you feel, because it was an issue on the first episode where you didn't feel like he was giving you the attention that you need?
It's a whole lot because he's trying to juggle everything, you know, and not only is he executive producing my album, he's my husbander at the same time and husband manager. So, you know, it's a lot because I just feel like sometimes I need more attention because this
More
record,
attention. He gives you
well, only because
everything.
this record, I understand
Oh.
that this record of mine is really important. So, you know, I just need like,
You're going to drive Vince crazy.
Now, Vince, do you really believe in Tamar's talent as a singer, or is it more of a, that's my wife, I have to do this because she wants me to type?
No, I definitely believe in Tamar. Tamar is really one of the best singers in the business. I've been knowing her for a long time, even before we started dating, and her, you know, her voice has gotten better and better and better. Her talent, she's an incredible songwriter. She's actually did some background vocals on stuff that I did with Gaga. Like, she's just really, really a great singer. And I wouldn't do it if I didn't believe in it.
I was going to say that he would not be
I
signing
just-
me.
Well, you his wife. He better do it.
No, if it wasn't
No.
right,
Snap that whip. All right, Vince, you either sign me as no coochie for the rest of the month.
you know what? It wouldn't
He
be me
wouldn't
that
have
way.
signed me, I'm telling you. Anybody got time for that? He is not trying to lose, ever.
Now, how did y'all meet?
God, we met like 3 times in our life, but the last time we met, we actually was flying back on a plane together, and our seats happened to be right next to each other, and
First class, of course.
He was macking the whole time.
and she enjoyed it. That's
Right.
why she's sitting here now.
Right.
No, but you guys do seem to have a great relationship. But I can imagine working with somebody that you're married to has to be difficult. Because maybe sometimes the people around you, you don't want to seem like you're giving special attention. So, but maybe sometimes you go too much the other way, and
You
perhaps
gotta have a balance,
Right.
you know. And I try to make sure I have a balance with everything I'm doing. With, you know, it's a lot, but you know, your wife is important, and that's the first in the end of my life, and I want to make sure she's happy. But at the same time, I'm running a business, and she understands that and respect that.
There was also an issue with putting the family on hold, Tamar, for you until you get your career popping and get to travel and do everything that you want to do and all of that. So how long do you think you have to put that on hold?
You talking about some churn?
Mm-hmm.
Some children.
Well, you know, I do. I want kids in my life. But, you know, I just feel like as a woman, it's just important for me to lead by example. I don't want to have a daughter and she thinks I'm, you know, at home, like, housewife. Like, that's not the woman that I am, and that's not the woman that I want to convey to my daughter if I have one. So, you know, I just think that there are some things I need to do on my own and have my own type of success so I can be a respected mother. And that's just that bottom line.
Is that ever the woman's choice, though, like, to have kids when you're married? Because, I mean, he can shoot the club up whenever he wants. That means, like,
She could be on birth control.
Oh, got you.
No,
shoot
she
the club
can't.
up as ejaculation.
No, I'm saying
like-
you could. Like, it's
No,
not
sure
just
she
a
can.
man's decision.
No, but that's why we went through IVF, because I mean that it was something that was going to be difficult for us.
Mm-hmm.
And I just felt like, you know, when we put it on Racks and Family Values, that I went through that, I just felt like it was important because, you know, like when a woman is like 30, 31 years old, like your clock is really like ticking for real. And a lot of women don't know that, you know, because a lot of women just kicking in trying to find the right one, and you really don't really find the right one until you like maybe 32. I guess that was for me. But, you know, like, I don't know. I just felt like it was important, you know, to let everybody know that, you know, like sometimes you need to go ahead on and freeze them eggs and let them eggs be young and youthful. And, you know, and then you come back to the, you know, situation. But that's something that we're doing.
Now, Vince, are these topics difficult for you to discuss because you're a manager, used to being behind the scenes, but now your personal life is on Front Street? Does it make you uncomfortable?
Yes, it does.
He didn't even want to sit down in the interview chair.
No.
It makes you uncomfortable, but just the things you do when you love your wife. You know what I mean? You do things that you wouldn't, you know, you go to restaurants, that you'll do things, you'll support people that you love, and you know that you just try to be a supportive person.
Does she spend too much money?
Nah, she does. Actually, Tamar is very frugal and very respectful when it
I
comes to
don't
that.
believe
I
that.
don't believe that.
Give
at
us
all.
that
Jimmy
credit
Choo
card.
shades on.
I'm just like, she spends money on things that are necessary, and then
And plus, she
then,
makes her own money.
and
And
then
then she had her own money when she met Vince. So you know, I mean, it's not like I'm running up his black card. I mean, I do what I do, but I don't do. You
I
know,
do what I
anything
do.
like that.
Tell him,
Wait
Tamar,
till
you
wait,
ain't no
hold
basketball
on,
wife.
wait until you see the
Yeah,
house that
everybody
they
going
just bought though. That house is incredible that you guys just bought.
Thank you.
Yeah, I was like, whoa, you see the backyard and all of that. When you watch the show tonight, it's crazy.
Thank you very much. No, but you know,
That
when
was
you
all
love,
Vince.
when
I was
you,
content in my house.
when you love people, you do things. And you know, I grew up not the normal as everybody else did. You know, I lost my mom when I was 13, and my dad died a couple years later. So life is precious, and you don't put off tomorrow. You know, really try to enjoy life and tell people you care about them and you love them while they're here. You know, and then I went through another thing where I was sick and in the hospital for 40 days. And please, people, if you're flying in planes, please get up and walk around.
And what happened with that?
I had the same thing that Heavy
Heavy
D
D,
had.
right? Blood clot.
Yeah, I had 7 of them.
7
Oh.
of them.
Yeah.
God
And
bless
I
you,
was,
brother. You
uh,
No,
blessed.
right?
I was
You
in a
blessed to be
coma
here.
for like 7 days.
Is that due to weight?
No, it has nothing to do with weight. It's due to flying too much. And when you get on the plane, it's not enough oxygen in the plane, first of all. So your blood doesn't circulate the proper way. So you're flying and just say, like, you know, for a millisecond or something, the oxygen doesn't hit your blood the right way. That turns into a little rock, which is your blood. And then that blood, that little rock travels through your blood, comes through your calf, goes up to your heart, your lung, stops your breathing, hits your heart, and you're dead.
That happened to one of my friends.
That happened to
Actually,
Heavy
she
D?
had a
So
she
what-
had a blood clot.
What are ways doctors told you can prevent that? Like
Well,
for
what
just
you got to
people-
do, what I do is get up on if you're on a plane like for 5 hours, get up every hour, just take like 100 steps in place, sit back down. You know, but you can't just sit. My thing was I was getting on planes and just going to sleep because that's where I
Yeah,
would
that's
get my
what I
rest.
do. Yeah.
You can't do that. You got to
Wow.
get up and walk around.
But he flies a lot more than you do, Envy, because you're here all during the week.
Yeah.
Yeah, but still,
When you're
I
flying.
go to
But still,
sleep.
it can happen. And
Right.
it can happen. You just can't let your body sit. Your
Right.
body can't, and also your body has this thing called a memory mass. Like, the way you move your elbow, it's like your body remembers that. It's programmed from your brain, and all that stuff all works together. And that's exactly what happened to Hev. And it's just like if the doctors would have just told him, like, he would still be here.
You would think the flight would give you that
Yeah.
warning.
Yeah.
They have
F
not.
forgetting how to put the mask on.
Yeah,
Like, tell me about that.
Exactly. They don't even do that though. But the stewardess don't know because they're constantly walking around.
Right.
They're actually like, just their body's so mobile. They never really sit down. So I'm like, you guys got to tell people this.
But it's also important to get your blood checked because, with Vincent's situation, and most people who has blood clots, they have thick blood. And in the African American community, they're finding out that we have thicker blood than everybody else. And all you have to do is go to the doctors. It's a quick 5-minute test. They check your blood and see how thick it is, and then you know how to take it from there.
And don't put off stuff. Like my mom was a nurse. She was like, if your pinky hurts, go to the doctor. That's what they're there for.
Right.
Our community, we're like, oh, we'll go tomorrow, we'll go the next day. And then the next thing you know, it's like it's too late. My back was hurting me. I didn't feel right. The next thing, I was telling my wife, I was like, we got to go to the hospital. This don't feel right. And luckily I did. I wouldn't be sitting here.
Wow.
Did that change your relationship with each other, like that close call?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Because when we first met each other, we really didn't want to have kids. It was like, some people want, some people don't. But after going through that in the hospital, it was like, okay, we're going to have kids and we're going to have a family and things like that. And it definitely made us closer than, if you can imagine being as close as we are. But it's important to just be honest and love each other and just no one's perfect. We have our issues, we have our disagreements. I get on Tamar's nerves, she gets on my nerves, but at the end of the day, we love each other.
Did it make you hit the gym harder? Because it seemed like you lost some weight. You seem like you're in
Yeah,
better
I'm at
shape.
the gym
How
every
cute is
morning
he?
at 7 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, how cute is he, guys? Show me.
I mean, listen, I'm just happy he can look down and see his penis.
Absolutely.
That's all that matters.
That's
I was
important.
trying to say that he couldn't see him before.
I don't think he could.
Shut up. You
serious.
trying to call him fat before?
He was definitely fat before.
No, I was definitely.
He was a
don't.
little thickums.
No, but you're
Nothing wrong with
looking
a
good.
little
You're looking good, Vince.
I'm just happy to be alive
And you
here,
feel good,
and I
right?
feel good. Everything else, you do it and strive. You know what I mean?
I like that you guys are like opposites. Like Tamar is turned up, and Vince is very even.
She got you into a lot of fights, I could tell.
That is not the truth. I'm sitting here trying to explain something to you guys. I might be more vocal, but this right here is Vincent D. Herbert, Devo Extraordinaire. Are you kidding me?
The what? So you had to get the Vince and the what? The what?
The Herbert, Devo Extraordinaire. What?
And Vince got money to hire shooters.
I,
That's what Tamar probably got to tell him
I'm
to
like,
stop
you
doing.
work hard, you should have nice things, and you want a certain
He's
lifestyle.
high maintenance. It's
high
not
maintenance.
me. It's not.
Y'all get up every morning and come in here and work and bust y'all butt and talk to people and do things that you enjoy life. It's too
Exactly.
short.
Look at Icy behind there, Vince.
I enjoy life. I enjoy life.
Yeah, he enjoys his
I
life.
enjoy my life.
Now, Vince, I feel like I saw you on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, right?
Yeah, I went on there for.
You was on there wasting your time.
What was that about?
I'm on there
Thank you very
wasting
much.
your time,
Tamar,
Vince.
you don't do that to people that's your friends. They ask you to do something for them, you be there for them. It was nothing. I was doing my friend a favor.
Yo,
and-
You lied to that
He's about
girl,
to sign
Carly
Carly
Red,
Red.
and told her she had a future.
Benzino had a naked picture of Vince and said, I'm going to put this picture out if you don't take this
Yeah,
meeting.
you want people to see you naked fat? I got the old picture, Vince.
That would never happen. That would never happen.
Try it.
That would never happen. I actually known Benzino for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Good friend of mine, and he was like, Vince, would you come do me a favor? And I was like, sure. He sat in the hospital with me for 2 weeks.
Right.
What I'm gonna be like, oh no, I'm not. When I couldn't walk and leave the hospital, this guy sitting up there for 2 weeks with me,
Right.
helping me brush my teeth. Like, you don't do that to people.
Nah, Benzino's a good dude.
You did.
But you
Yeah.
should have told Carly Red she sucks.
I told her, I'm like, you know what, the music you got that you're trying to portray right now, it sounds horrible. When you do something a cappella, it sounds decent. You should go the other way a little more.
Now, would you take a meeting with Jocelyn?
No.
No.
Not even as a favor.
Not even as a favor?
Stevie J.
Stevie J.
I'm glad he's sitting.
I don't think it's no room for a transgender R&B singer.
Nah.
Of course there is. There's definitely room for that. There's room for that. Now, Tamar, and then you had some beef, you know what I'm saying, on Twitter. Who was beefing with you? K. Michelle or
I
somebody?
don't know who that is.
I love it. That's a rich person talk. I don't know who that is. We don't fly on the same
Vince,
part
you
of the
manage
plane.
Lady Gaga, right?
Yeah. Me and my partner, Troy.
Are you the reason that Lady Gaga never mentions Akon or gives him any credit?
Why would she mention Akon for?
I love
You
Tamar.
discovered her.
He's a lie, and the truth ain't in him.
Tell him, Tamar, what
He
happened?
just
Oh.
never had.
Oh.
What was the story he told? Because I was there when he discovered Lady Gaga.
What happened,
Okay.
Tamar?
And Akon was nowhere near. I mean, I'm just trying to be honest. I mean, from what I know, is that, Red One was his producer. And so that's how he got that credit. You know how people be stealing people's publishing and stuff like that? I'll put it all the way out there because she cares not. And that's how that happened. But he didn't find her on MySpace like this one did. He didn't find her on the roller skates with the bikini tops. I was upset about that.
Tamar.
But I'm just saying, he was not there.
Hey,
at
let
that time.
Tamar go.
I'm sorry. I just don't like people be lying like hell. Just tell the truth.
Yeah. The story we heard was Akon discovered Lady Gaga.
We discovered it.
And when we asked why Gaga never shouts Akon out, they say because he's her management.
He needs to sit down in
next
all
time-
the states
next
in
time-
Yankee Stadium. He's a liar.
Next time Stephanie's in town, I'll make sure we come up here and talk to you.
Who's
guys.
Stephanie?
That's Gaga's name.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Gosh,
I
and
love
envy.
We would love for
guy.
Stephanie to come
Yes,
by.
yeah. That's
I
what
call
we
her Lady
now.
Gaga. I don't
I
call
call
her
her Lady
Stephanie. I
Gaga.
call her Lady Gaga.
I don't even call her Stephanie.
Right now,
Akon calls her Lady Gaga. All right.
Stephanie's in Dublin touring right now. The tour's going great. We're making a new album right
She loves
now.
black guys now.
Huh?
She loves black guys.
You talking about the rapper dude?
She loves
She
black.
loves that rapper dude.
No.
She likes
She
Kendrick
thinks he's
Lamar.
talented.
Let me tell you what happened with that.
Kendrick Lamar we're
She
talking
likes
about.
Kendrick.
Let
Gaga-
Vince talk. Vincent D.
Gaga's
Herbert
making-
the Eighth.
She's making a record.
Devo.
She likes to help people. People helped her. She's like, Vince, who you think is a new hot rapper that's coming up? And it's hard to get stuff cleared. And Kendrick's on Interscope, and our deal is through Interscope. And she said, I really like him. I'm gonna help him out. And that's just, she's a good
That's
girl.
awesome.
She's not,
That was
the
great
girl
for
won't-
Kendrick.
She won't buy a house. She doesn't spend money. She doesn't, she has a car that we bought her 3 years ago, but she doesn't have a license. And she's a good-hearted person.
She doesn't have a house.
No, she won't buy a house. She's like, I'm on the road all the
She's
time.
never
What am I
home.
out
That makes
for?
sense.
Smart.
Tamar,
Wow.
you're signed to Interscope now as well, right?
Yes.
Is that the situation?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, nice. So you brought her, Vince. That was your you brought as management her over to Interscope.
Who's that?
Your wife Tamar.
Yes, I signed that through my company. And
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's the
Making-
plan? What's the Interscope plan for you? What's the rollout?
We're making a great record. I mean, I would love to play a little bit of something for y'all right now.
Okay.
Yeah, we'd love to hear it.
Tamar, if you're gonna sing, we're gonna need you to stand up.
No,
and-
she can't sing because she has a little cold right now.
Okay.
I'm
And,
tonsillitis, actually.
I actually saw on the first episode. All right, I'm not gonna give it away. But she
Well,
was
go
in the
ahead.
studio, and you were singing sitting down and saying that's not good. You're not supposed to sing sitting down.
That's
you have
what
to
they
stand
said. I mean, I've been a studio singing since I was a young girl, and sometimes I feel like I need to sit down to get the.
Manager, what do you say about that?
sitting down's not good to sing. It's just my.
It doesn't seem like it feels like you'd be like kind of crushed
But
up.
Tamar,
That's when you
know,
can't sing.
She does a good job. I'm not gonna sit here having that debate with her right now.
Now, how's her single? Is it
Popping.
like?
I'm not gonna lie,
Like-
Tamar, from
Jamming.
watching Braxton Family Values and watching your progress now, and I know you've been singing since you were young, but it does seem like you have improved.
Yeah, definitely. I just think, when you go through things and you really work hard and like I have been, I definitely have improved. And I think that's what's important as an artist. You're not supposed to be complacent.
Is it young or old? Is it young music or old music? Stay on
Take
my
them off, Tamar. Take them off. He's trying to play you. He's trying to play you. He's trying to play you.
No.
What you trying to say?
Because sometimes when Tony makes a record, it's more for all.
See, that's the problem.
Urban
I'm not
AC.
Tony.
No,
and that's what
that's
she
what I'm
does.
asking.
Yeah, it's young. It's fly.
young.
It's hot.
That's what I'm asking.
Feels real good.
Are your sisters gonna be on the album?
No.
Oh really? Not one guest appearance, bonus track, nothing.
She said they too old. They ain't gonna
I
be
didn't say that. You said that, and they not. Oh, my sisters is hot to trot. Okay, but no.
Yeah, one of them is hot for real.
Who, Trina?
The one that gave head to somebody else.
Oh, stop it.
No, for rock.
I'm glad she did that because her husband is a hot mess.
And they're still
He's a man
together?
whore. I can't tell you that because the last episode comes on tonight.
Because he was all Skyping with other chicks and all that.
We're praying. Everybody just
We're going to keep him on the top of the
keep
prayer
everybody
Why
list.
you end up with Trina though? He looked like a
I don't
truck
know.
driver. He looked like she found him at a rest stop and felt sorry for him and took him home and cleaned him up.
I don't know. Just like your friends, you think that people deserve better than what. I just feel like she deserved better. She's a hot chick. She's fun. She's smart. And I just feel like, I want her to be happy, but at the same time, I think she deserves better.
Yeah, not with the truck driver.
Not truck driver.
Well, you know what?
Driving Mack trucks is a respectable profession. But
He's actually a computer engineer. He's actually pretty smart. But
That's why he knows how to Skype like that.
Yeah.
No, so Vince, you got Gaga on line 1, Tamar on line 2, both music-related calls.
I answer the phone to my wife. That's my wife. I got to come home to that.
And Stephanie will understand that.
And Stephanie would definitely understand that. She's a very respectful lady. She's a part of the family. And
Yeah.
she's like, I've worked with a lot of artists in my career, and she's really like a really good girl. Like when I got sick, she was there every day and every night. And when you're down and you can't, people show up.
Right.
Everybody can talk whatever they want, laugh, we all, but when you can't move and you're stuck there and you can't do nothing for yourself.
So in the hospital?
Yeah, you see the people that care about you.
Absolutely.
Because they put their life on hold.
I remember you guys canceled the interview with us because remember we had an interview during that time.
Right.
And you said you can't make it because you're gonna be with your husband.
Damn right. That's real.
Do that look again?
Look, one last question. How did Gaga get signed to Akon?
She's not signed. Akon.
Charlamagne, I love you. I'm proud of y'all up here.
What record label Akon got? What's
No,
the
I
record
thought that
label?
he said he makes so much money off of her, he don't ever have to work again.
He said he's retiring because of Gaga. He said
Right.
on the one song he said he got Gaga on his
I'm clear
wrist.
the air for one time. This is Vincent the Herbert. Gaga is not signed to Akon, and we wish everybody well and good night and God bless you.
All right, well, congratulations to Tamar and Vince. The show is on Thursday nights on WeTV at
Tonight
9 p.m.
At 9, that's right.
We will be watching that, and you guys, that's the first ever spinoff for WeTV, so congratulations,
Thank
big
you.
accomplishment.
That's right.
And we'll be watching for that album, Tamar. Vince, shout out to you for being a great husband. Tamar, to you for being a great wife. All right, and
We learned how to take care of
And shout
ourselves
out
on
to y'all.
airplanes.
Y'all really got a great show up here, and
Thank
I'm
you.
just proud of y'all
Thank
for
you.
doing this for so long.
Thank
Appreciate
y'all for the
it.
knowledge
And
y'all dropped
Charlamagne,
today
you're a
too.
sweetheart now.
What you mean? I've always been a
You
sweetheart.
in Lover's Lane, huh?
I've always been a sweetheart.
Nah, you done made that corner in Lover's Lane.
I'll be chilling.
He does that every other week. Every other
but
day.
listen, and just
I come up here, he's cool, and everybody's like,
I know.
watch out for Charlamagne.
Tamar
Like,
be
what you talking
nervous.
about?
Tamar be nervous for you.
Who's nervous?
That's what I heard. They were like,
She's-
Tamar was a little nervous about Charlamagne, but he was
I'm
nice.
a sweetheart. I don't bother nobody that don't deserve to be bothered.
But nervous for what?
Now, if Carly Red come up here, y'all gonna see a body get cut. Y'all gonna see-
It's the Breakfast Club on Power 105.1.